It's the Memphis Sports Network, WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett Memphis, WMFS FM and HD1 Bartlett, WMFS Memphis, ESPN 790 AM and 92.9 FM ESPN.
The views and opinions of the hosts or guests of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the management or staff of Intercom Memphis.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me. Where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this January the 13th on ESPN Outdoors here with Larry Ray. Next 90 minutes. And we have got the two guys in on this wonderful weekend of weather that we're having. And we're going to talk a lot about that in this segment because Ron Wong is here.
I really don't care about the weather.
This is the second Saturday. Ron's here. John Gordon from Avery is here, and we're going to talk to John. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Larry.
And going to have a whole segment with John a little bit later, talk a little waterfowl all throughout this. But right now I want to get my man on the phone from Stengel Brothers Outdoors right there, not far from Laconia and outside of Somerville. An easy thing to find with all the flags and all the signs. It says, "We do not gut the deer." Now, you cannot miss those signs and everything. So that's Scott Stengel. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning.
All right, Scott. I wouldn't pick my deer up the other day. That is my deer. That's it. Yeah, that is my deer.
You could tell by the size of the sack.
We didn't need to go any further than that. It was my deer. Yeah, right. But let's talk. This weekend, even though we're not going to get into the weather situation primarily, but this is the youth weekend. Is today and tomorrow, and then they'll all hang them up. But this past 5 days was an antlerless hunt on private lands.
Land, yes.
And I expected us to knock them dead this past weekend. And I went by and saw Scott, and we're very disappointed in you folks that did not go out and participate in this hunt this past weekend, aren't we?
Right. Yeah, it was really slow this past week. We were expecting last year we did 300 deer in that week, and
yeah,
I'm going to say about 50 deer this week. So that's a terrible turnout for. I mean, our expectations of some of these does being taken are just a lot higher than that.
And in that, and why is that? Why do we need to take these does?
Well, the does that's as important, if not more important, than taking some of the cull bucks. You got to get those genetics right, and the overpopulation of the deer that depends on taking that. They don't put that 3 doe a day out there for no reason.
A day. Yeah, that's what blows my mind. And here you had a chance. Everything's over. You got a chance to kill your buck. You didn't kill your buck. You want to put some meat in the freezer or maybe give to the Hunters for the Hungry program. This is the time to do it, and Scott knows this. And, if you got 8 does to one buck, now when I was in college, that was pretty good. I like that back in those days. 8 women to 1 man, little man
It's a
like
different
me.
game.
It's a different game, right? But let's talk technical here at 6 o'clock on Saturday morning. He can't. I think the word is service all those 8 does. There is, and you said, leads to genetic problems. It leads to so many other problems, and you guys. It hurts you. It hurts you. It hurts all the people on Highway 64, Highway 57, wherever you might be going. It hurts those folks who sell sausage and biscuits. It hurts. It's a domino effect if you don't get out and take advantage of this. And the TWRA gave us this because we asked for it.
And you have those that still want to lobby for the season to go through January, and without any representation from the hunters, this past particular week, you're not ever going to get that from the state. No.
This is going to be a downfall, I think, when they look at these figures, and all they got to do is go to Stengel Brothers Processing, and you just said the numbers there. I mean, come on, folks, give us a chance here. I mean, I love to deer hunt. I was out there almost. I didn't hunt yesterday, and I didn't hunt Thursday. I did hunt Wednesday, and all I did was have a nice visit with Scott. But I had my wife in the stand with me, which I will go. There's not many people that'll happen in a lifetime. I've been married 52 years. No, I don't want to get John in trouble. Okay, I don't want to get John in trouble.
Thanks, Larry.
Does your wife hunt?
She does not.
She does not hunt. How many times has she been in the duck blind with you?
0.
How long y'all been married?
It'll be 20 years in July.
20 years in July. Okay, Scott, how long you and Sandy been married?
28 years.
28 years. Okay, does she hunt with you? You don't get to hunt.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't hunt. Even she doesn't duck hunt with me. She doesn't do anything. We've got a little offshore boat, and I can't keep her out of that. So
okay.
That's our thing we do together.
That's okay. But talk about the season then. Let's put aside this past week. What about how did we do? I think you said you're about the same as you were last year, but you took but you took a hit this week, and you were expecting a lot more. But I know. Talk about the bucks. I mean, have you had some good bucks?
Nice bucks. Body size has been real big bucks. Quality. Antler size has been pretty good, but what I'm noticing is a lot of big deer, mature deer.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've talked about it before, but I think that goes back to the 2 buck limit.
Yeah.
Taking that away, I think the hunters are more skeptical and letting the smaller ones walk. So, again, that coincides with maybe taking some of these doe again, because with those bucks being mature, you're going to get a better quality herd if that's evened out.
Yeah, and that's the problem. We got some people that refuse to kill does.
Won't do it.
Just won't do it, and it's in their blood, it's in their background and everything like that.
And another thing, I've got a lot of good friends that are farmers. And, a farmer will complain as much as anybody. But one thing they complain about is crop deprivation.
Yeah.
And they go out and eradicate these does that they think are does in the summer.
Yeah.
They don't know if they're doe or buck. They don't have bone on their head.
That's right.
And leave them lay in, don't do anything with them. And this last week was an opportunity for them to show up and make a stand. And the weather, they didn't do that.
The weather was pretty goofy with cold. The 64 on Thursday, we had all these different types of weather. But anyway, and I know that you'll stay open. What's your plan now? I've had some people ask me about the open. How long will you guys be open?
We'll be around. Our hours will continue to be the same until February 1st, and then we'll go to I don't have the hour set just yet, but we'll go to just a skeleton crew and take in some different deer from Alabama and Mississippi. We'll still get some of those in. So, and finishing up around the shop. So we'll be open a little bit in February, but basically on a call. Better call before you come out this way and make sure I hadn't snuck off somewhere.
Yeah, and one thing you guys might listen to about Scott and his operation. Really, it's right out of Laconia, near Somerville, but up on top of the hills, got all the signs. But they do that European mount that is pretty cool. I've always said I would do it, but I hadn't done it. How many of those you did this year?
I think our numbers are around 120, 122 on them.
Okay.
A lot of the hunters are going with that. It's just a more affordable option to a shoulder mount, and a lot quicker turnaround. And these guys, they get 3 or 4 on the wall, and Mama's kind of, hey, we're done with that.
So let's get some of these with teeth showing up there now.
Right. And then they make them put them in the garage anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, Scott, we really appreciate you being part of Outdoors with Larry Ray again this year. Look forward to having you on the team again next year, and we'll try to see you before everything closes down and just check in with you. Okay, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Scott. That's Scott Stengel. Thank you, buddy. Old Scott's out there they hang those deer for 5 days, Ron, and it makes when you get it, it's your deer. That's why they're saying, it's my deer. That when I brought in my doe, which I thought was a nice doe, and they put it between a doe that weighed 150 and a doe that weighed 160. Made my doe look like it weighed 25 pounds, So when I picked up my 1 sack of food, of meat the other day, he definitely had to mention that on the air, didn't he? So, but I do have some for you, Ron, because I want you to.
I know you do.
It's in the freezer, and I'm going to have it. Today's show, Ron has really helped us here. We're going to have Chris Lindenberg. He is the president, the CEO of Gene LaRue, Bobby Garden Lures, right, out of Oklahoma.
That's him, yeah.
And we've had
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We've had Chris on before, and then of course we always like to talk to Shane Cox, Hammer Rods,
Coach Shane.
Yeah, we're going to talk
now.
about the Blue Mountain, whatever.
Blue Mountain College.
I know, but I don't know what their nickname is. What's their nickname? Blue Mountain Blues, huh? Blue Mountain Mountains.
No, we'll find
out. The mountain
out.
people.
We will find out before the.
I thought you would know that. Okay, you know what it is?
I don't know. One of my son's baseball teammates is playing ball there.
Oh, really?
Blue Mountain. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it used to be all women.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. No, that's right. And then, of course, we're going to talk a little waterfowl. I wanted to get John on. Are we going to be able to hook up with a couple of those guys, we hope?
Well,
at least
Blake
one?
McWilliams for sure out at Mallard Estates. He's going to get on with us.
Good. Okay, that's good. And then Steve McAdams. I bet Steve's in the duck blind this morning. Like you'll probably leave with your ice skates on here, heading on out. Of course, Ron is going ice fishing on Sardis later this afternoon.
Absolutely. Actually, come by and see me at the boat show.
That's right. You're going to be down there, aren't you?
I'm going to try to make it out
there.
Try to
make it down.
Get some pictures. It'll be those pictures will be available on LROutdoors.com.
All right, that's Jeff Turnbow, and he's really tried to put together a good show down there at the convention center this weekend. I hate for him when the weather comes in like this. It's just nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. So
no, actually, that's great weather for boat shows.
If they can get there.
No, they'll be, you know what?
What?
It's been so warm, streets are fine.
Okay, all right, streets are fine. But one other thing. No, we don't have time. I'll get that on next time. We do have Greg Ratliff back learning the board again. Greg is a newcomer to the business here. He's only worked once in the last 6 weeks. So we're glad to have him back on board for one of his 3 jobs. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry.